This is Channel 2 News, coverage you can count on.
Fuel is cured out and it's ready to burn.
It has been a busy month for fire departments around the region. They've already seen several brush fires and they expect even more to spark now that the hot summer months are here. Fire Watch tops Channel 2 News at 5:30. The Truckee Meadows Fire Protection District has had to fight 7 wildfires in just the last 7 days.
Ooh.
Good evening, I'm Landon Miller.
I'm Kristen Remington. Thanks for staying with us tonight. And a big reason for this string of fires is the additional fuels this summer. Paul Nelson joins us live in Hidden Valley after speaking with fire officials. All right, Paul, what kind of fuels are we talking about?
Well, it's a lot of dried up grass and brush, Kristen. If you remember, just a couple months ago, this hillside was completely covered with green thanks to the precipitation. But as you can see now, all that vegetation's dried out, and that's what concerns firefighters. Local firefighters have had their hands full the last couple of weeks, battling one fire after another. Part of that is because of Mother Nature.
The past 4 or 5 years, our winters have been dry and we haven't had this kind of a fuel load in the region. And now that we have, it doesn't take as much to start a fire as it did.
Luckily, crews have jumped on these fires early, keeping them fairly small. Even the Hawken fire was held to 178 acres despite high winds. But fire officials say the amount of dry brush and cheatgrass is an accident waiting to happen.
All it's going to take is a lightning strike or somebody that's careless that goes out there and starts a fire, and we can very easily have an extremely large catastrophic fire in the region.
That's why Layton is asking for residents' help, especially when they're in the urban interface or in the hills.
If you're smoking a vehicle. If you have a campfire, make sure your campfire is completely out. Only have it in an established campground.
People are encouraged to do their target shooting in clear areas, not in the grass and brush. And be careful while off-roading.
Make sure you stay on established roads for one, and you're carrying water, fire extinguisher, and a shovel with you.
Layton says the high amount of fuel is concerning because the dried vegetation serves as an easy path for a fire to spread. While we haven't had a large wildfire in some time, firefighters say the small ones have been happening far too often.
Little things that probably wouldn't start a fire in the past are starting a fire now, and that's why we're getting fires every single day.
And Layton says people that start fires, even by accident, they usually know when they do. So he says when that happens, it's best to stay put, but call for help immediately so they can get some fire resources there as soon as possible. Covering Fire Watch Live, Paul Nelson, Channel 2 News.